my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how you can create a drop down menu in PowerApps. We'll be using a function called update contents function. Let's quickly go through Power, PowerApps documentation. You can see from here, from the overview, you can see we use the update contents function to create a contents variable which temporarily holds a piece of information such as number of times the user has selected a button or the result of a data operation. So we're making use of this function called update contents function. Before we dive into how I make this drop down, let me show you how the drop down works. If you click on main menu 1 here, you can see the submenu. If you click on main menu 2, you can see the submenu. So let's start by creating a blank screen. This is a blank screen. This is my Power Apps development environment. So after that, I'll go to insert and insert a control called rectangle. From the search bar, you can look for rectangle. I will drag it to the left, increase it a bit, drag it down, increase the size, then go back to my control again. Look for a control called button. Yes, I'll drag my button down, try and reduce the size. Reduce the size, change the text on the button to, let's say, main menu. This is fine. Main menu, I can reduce, let me reduce the font size, let me take it to 15. Yeah, this is fine. Let me change the color of my button, because it's similar to my default color of my rectangle. So let me make it black. Yeah, this is fine. So I will simply just copy this button again and place it Ctrl C to copy, then Ctrl V to paste. I will drag it down a bit. I can call it main menu 2. Main menu 2. Okay. So the next is to create my submenu. So let me go back to my control again. Let me look for rectangle. Rectangle. So I will drag my rectangle. I first want to create for my first menu, which is main menu. Let me drag my rectangle to the level of my main menu, so that when the user click main menu, will have the submenu. So let me simply copy my main menu button again and copy and paste. Let me insert it into my rectangle and copy again to make it my second menu. Okay. So let me change the text on the button to let's say submenu 1. Let me change this to submenu 2. Yes. Yeah, so the next thing I will do is I want to ensure when the user click the main menu, then my submenu button shows. So the first thing I will do is click on my main menu button. Remember, we want to use the update context variable. So on the onSelect property of this button, which we have already, I will use my update context to set a variable. So let me start update context. So let my open bracket, my curly braces, let me set my variable. Let's say var nav1. I will set it to true. I want it to be true when the user clicks the main menu button. So I'll go to my submenu button. I'll select the two buttons, select my rectangle. So on visible property of this my selected control, we have true as default. I'll set it to the variable I created, sorry, varnav1. So I want them to show once I click the main menu. You can see when I click the main menu, the drop down menu will show. The drop down menu will show for main menu one. So, but if you observe, you discover there is no way to ensure the submenu and the submenu to disappear once I click my main menu button again. So what I will use to handle that is I will go back to my control button, my control. I will look for rectangle. So let me set rectangle. I will increase it to cover the whole of my work area. Then I will remove the color totally. So I will try to ensure that this rectangle did not cover all the controls I have on my work area. So I will send it to back. Yes, you can see. So from here now, if I click my button again, you can see I have them. The rectangle is actually beneath all this control. So I'll click the rectangle I just added now. So on select, I'll go back to my update context variable, which I created earlier. That is varnav1. Initially it was true. I will set it to false. So that means when the user click outside the button, the submenu will disappear. So let's try that. If you click on main menu, you can see you no longer have it. You can click anywhere in your work area, you won't see the submenu again. So let me create submenu for main menu 2. So what I did there is just to hold my alt key and click my button. You can do that to display your submenu. We are not running your application. So if you hold the alt key on Windows PC, you click your main menu, you can have your submenu 2 and your rectangle. So remember, I will have to go back to my main menu 2 again. On select, I will set a variable for that to update context. So I will set this to varnav2. I will set it to true. So when user click main menu 2, then the submenu will pop up. So I'll copy my control again, the submenu 1, submenu 2 at the rectangle. I'll copy them, I'll paste. So I will drag it to the level of my main menu 2, so that when user click main menu 2, you can actually have the submenu display. So while all those controls remain selected, I will go to the invisible property. Remember, I set, because I copy and paste, so they still inherit the variable I set for the first submenu. So on visible property, remember I've already set my variable nav2 in my update context for my main menu 2. So I will just change it to variable nav2. So if I click here, you can see now, you can see I have my main menu 2. You can see I have my main menu 2. If I go ahead and click my main menu again, main menu will display, but you can actually see that all of them are together. So how do we ensure that the submenu for main menu 1 and main menu 2 did not overlap? They only respond to each of the button you click. So if you go back to main menu 1, you can see on select of this button, we set this update context, the variable nav1 to true. So what I will do here again is I will still use my update context variable, update context variable to set my varnav2 to false. to false because I've already set them to true in the first place. I will set them to false. I'll do the same thing for main menu 2. We go to main menu 2, we are having update nav to set to true. So I will do update context, open my bracket, my curly braces, and set nav1 this time around to false. Set nav1 this time around to false. So if I run my application again, you can see if I click on main menu 1, you can see they are not disturbing each other. Each of them can show on their own. If you click on main menu 1, click on main menu 2, the submenu or main menu 2 will display. So let me quickly change this to submenu 2 so that you don't get confused. Yes. So let me run again. If I click on main menu 1, you can see if I click on main menu 2, they are working independently and they're responding to the click of the button associated with each of the submenu. Yeah. So you remember I have a rectangle here that I used to ensure that my submenu disappear when I click outside of those menu. I've clicked on you go back, I click on my rectangle now. You see on select properties of this, I only set variable nav1 to 4. So I have to do the same thing and set variable nav2 back to false as well. Yeah. So yes. So if I run my application again, I click on variable nav1, I click outside, it disappear. Variable nav2, if I click outside, it disappear. You can see. So this is how you create a main menu. Sorry, this is how you create submenu in PowerApps using the function I called update contents function. I hope you have enjoyed this video. You can click the link, the YouTube link on the bottom right of this video to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more content. Thank you.